Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chick
and
J-Dub.
And we are the very sensual, seductive United States of Paranormal.
Really?
I don't know. She went with J-Dub, and I mean, it took me by surprise.
It wasn't J-Dub.
Well, you have a headache, so I was trying to be nice.
Oh, that is a good point. Well, we're gonna talk real quiet and real. Probably not. You know
Probably
us.
not,
Yeah, we'll try. Welcome back, girls. Last week's episode with Tanya from the hospital on College Hill was fucking amazing.
It was.
Hope you guys out there in podcast world liked it. Seriously, go check out the website. Go check out their website. Go check out our website. Let's help them reach that goal on their GoFundMe account to get that roof put on the nurses' college portion of the hospital, and help them reach what they need to do, because you can tell by the way she talked about that place. She is absolutely in love with that place, and it sounds to me like the place is in love with her too. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, she talked about it not being, you know, it didn't have an evil feeling to it. It was just all
Wasn't malicious.
Yeah, that's the word I keep wanting to use.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
That's what she's here for.
Yeah, you gotta keep me in line.
That's right.
So, we are back to a regular episode. You know, we've been doing tons of interviews over the last couple months, which I've loved all of them. Peter did a story with us, which I thought was an amazing story. Hope you guys liked that one. Always looking forward to working with him. He's so cool. But so I want to talk a little bit about, we recently, you know, by the time this pod comes out in a couple weeks from where we are now, we just got back from Louisiana.
We did.
We had a great, amazing fucking time hanging out with family down there, and I'm ready to go back. I love it down there. I really, really do. Your sisters live in kind of rural, really. I mean, the road that they're on is kind of set back away from anything, any major towns or whatever. Their local gas station might have scared me just a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. But they have a beautiful house. They got it all set up, and if you watch The Other Side, the last episode of The Other Side, you'll get to see me and Logan face to face, sitting at the bar, drinking beer and talking paranormal and mostly about other things like weddings and Power Morphicon and all kinds of stuff like that. So flying, I think we were talking flying in there. There's just a lot of shit going on in that. But so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed The Other Side with face to face Logan. I did get him to sign a couple packets full of posters.
Yay!
So
We get some new Patreon members, and you'll get a poster with Logan's signature on it.
Yeah, it is
including
correct.
ours. So
that's right. So I feel bad for all the people who've been signed up for a while that don't get Logan's signature on there, but
well, if they come to the con, was it
In October?
October, bring your poster. Oh, wait, no, he won't be there.
Duh. We'll sign his name.
Yeah.
Happily sign his name. Or I could swap you out for one with his name on it. How's that?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah. So bring your poster if you want to trade out for one that has Logan's name on it. Signature. I do believe that he signed about half of them normally, and then the other half, I haven't even looked at them yet, but he would just sign them. I don't even know what he would write little sayings on it, and then he would sign his name. So I got to go through them because he's like, I signed that whole second packet. Just everything's different. Every one of them's different on there.
Aww.
So I had to go check it out. When we actually go back in September of next year for his wedding, I'm taking posters with me, and Matt and Bose will be there. So I need to make sure I get Alicia to sign a few of those, so the group can all have the entire Tusop family, whether it be Team Tejas, Alicia, and all of us, all those signatures on just a set of posters for just us. So
cool.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to have that. I know it'd be fun for me because I've worked with everybody along the way. You never worked with Alicia.
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's right. You did the episode 20. That came up. That's been 2 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, I was there for my story, and then she did the Disneyland or Disney story.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep. God, that's 2 years ago, Jen.
Wow.
2 years ago. Go figure that one. But yeah, I come up on my timeline. We shared that one heavily on social media. It's still one of my favorite episodes we did.
Aww.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else is going on? Anything exciting?
Look in the show notes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So if you don't like our banner, look in the show notes. I put a timestamp in there when the actual story begins.
Yeah, you whiny bitches.
we apparently got booted from because our distribution company is Podbean. We work through Podbean, and I'm in the ad market there. So occasionally, if you're listening to the United States Paranormal, you might hear an ad from another podcast, or it doesn't really pay a lot, but it's a few cents that adds up. I got an email the other day. Apparently, we've been banned from the ad market on Podbean because of apparently we had some hateful or bullying or some shit like that. But we've been banned from the ad market, so we need you guys to get out to Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Tusop and join our Patreon. You got to look. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't dive into it anymore. Like I said, it's pennies on the stream as far as when they would add in. And to be honest, the ad that usually run was another podcast that said, "Stop this podcast right now and go listen to ours." And I was like, how the fuck are you going to get away with that? But I'm like, man, fuck it, it's money. If people are listening to us, they're listening to us. So, but it wasn't enough money to be all worked up over whether we're a bunch of bullies or hate and have hate in our podcast.
Yeah, because we're so hateful.
Fuck it, man. I am hateful.
Well, I'm going to just have to delete Podbean then.
Well, I still have to use my distribution company.
Oh.
They didn't boot our podcast, but
they didn't boot the podcast. Just we're not allowed to apply for ads through them anymore, but that's okay. We're going to work on some other things. We're going to work on other ideas that we have. So, because to be honest, their stipulations to get anything major was way over top of our head. And we appreciate all of our listeners. I love all of you guys. I love you guys' emails. I love the IMs, the text messages from people that, we've gotten, I have phone numbers from that text message me. I love all of you guys. I love all the support, and I just don't care. We're gonna keep it right where it's at and keep it going, and boom, call it good.
Keeping it spooky.
That's right. Cryptid, creepy, and paranormal. We try.
We do.
So yeah, we're back to let's go Louisiana. The
Marie Laveau.
Marie Laveau.
We got to see her tomb,
Yep.
which was amazing. I mean, it's like you see in pictures or on screen, whatever. There's X's on the side.
Those fucking X's are just creepy as shit. I mean, you wouldn't think they would be, but when you're standing right in front of it and you see all of these 3 X's, it's like, oh, that's just nuts. And it's a bad omen, is it not, to do that? What's he explaining about that?
Gosh, it's been a long time ago since I'd done that episode, but it was, you put the 3 X's on her tomb, and then you left her something, and then she's supposed to grant you what you want or something.
But the tour guide said it. I thought the tour guide kind of led it in the direction of, if you did that, it was kind of you were looking.
You're defacing something, so it's I mean,
that probably would say that, so you wouldn't do it.
Yeah. But there were a lot of them with X's on it. A lot of different tombs with X's on it throughout.
Well, yeah, but probably because people were just going through and weren't really paying attention to whose was whose, but one of the things the tour guide did tell us is that there possibly could be over 100 people in one
mausoleum.
In one mausoleum. I mean, they just bury family one right after the other, and
have you heard that story? What they do in those mausoleums?
Not until she told me.
They wrap them in a burlap sack and they slide them in there, and they're not allowed to open them for 1 year and 1 day. And in that Louisiana heat, it gets to be over 150 degrees inside of those tombs, and it basically just sends all the body to dust. And when the next one comes along that they need to put in that tomb, they just push it back and slide the new one in.
So what happens if somebody dies before the year?
That is a very good question. What happens is they have a secondary wall of just slots, and they'll put them in there, and then they will wait they will wait till that 1 year and 1 day is over for both tombs, and then they'll combine them and combine them in the one mausoleum. So that is what I got from that, right?
Yeah.
But
they're left in the casket for one year and
1 year, 1 day. That seemed to be the kind of the hitch. So, but St. Joseph Cemetery, number 1.
It's not St. Joseph, is it? Hang on, I have my thing in here. I think you're wrong.
I could very well be wrong. I was pretty sure it was St. Joseph. Oh, the clock is ticking.
It's St. Louis.
Oh, it is St. Louis. I told you I could be wrong. Sorry, guys. St. Louis Cemetery.
I think you said that once before, and I'm like, wait, that's not right.
Why was I thinking? I don't know. The St. Joe, St. Louis. It's okay. I'm going to get that embedded in my brain. That's where we were at. It is pretty amazing to see.
It's actually only like a block of New Orleans. It's not a big cemetery, but my God, there is a lot of people.
It's a lot of history in there.
Not buried in it, but on top of the ground.
I know there were some people buried in the back.
A few.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Yeah. They're only maybe 3 foot deep, but they're there. Well, they can only go so far when the water table. So amazing. The plan is, ladies and gentlemen, and I haven't even let the girls in on this, but I think the plan will be to record a special Patreon episode of all of our adventures down in New Orleans, which includes the St. Louis Cemetery. And we have some pictures and different stuff from being on Bourbon Street and the very, very secretive speakeasy where only the vampires hang out.
Ooh.
Blood bags. That's all I have to say. It's weird, but I want to talk about it. I want to do a special Patreon where we can put up the pictures and share them with everybody who's on Patreon, and do just a special episode of the cemetery with some of the video and all the pictures that you took. I also want to talk about what was the name of the first cemetery? I know it started with an M. I looked at it. It's really hard to pronounce, but we did run across Anne Rice's tomb there, which was really cool. We have some special video from that Bobby's sister took. So, yeah, I want to make an episode about our little trip to New Orleans.
Cool.
Nice.
Because it's spooky, baby. Yeah. It's what's spookiest part is that people ask me about my fucking shoes. I know where you got them shoes. For a tip, I'll tell you where you bought those shoes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What do you got for me?
All right, let me ask you this. If you had free food from your favorite restaurant, what would it be? Or where would it be?
Pizza King.
If I could get free food from my favorite restaurant, where would it be? Man, it would be a cross between Oak and Alley and Peking.
Ooh.
I love the Oak and Alley burgers, and big fan of the Peanut Farmer. I love that with their sweet potato fries and that special sauce that they got. But give me some Peking, crab ragoon.
They have the best egg rolls.
Yeah, they have good egg rolls. I like their crab ragoon the best out of everything in the area.
Yeah.
And shrimp fried rice and some General Tso's. Fuck, I know what we're getting this weekend at some point. How about you?
It'd probably be two places that if I, got one. The Boathouse or Habanero's Cantina in Wabash.
Good. What's your favorite out of there? Do you have a favorite, or just everything is really, really good?
Everything's good, but the spicy street taco, chicken taco.
Oh, J-Dub, you are a spicy chicken taco.
Yeah, I am. But they have this giant I don't want to say it's a rock, but it's like a lava rock bowl, and they put all this stuff in it, and it's ginormous. And Sean's gotten it before, and he says that's amazing.
Right on.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So what was the name of that place again in Wabash?
Habanero's.
Habanero's. All right. We'll have to remember that and go check it out. One of these off weekends when we have nothing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. By the time this airs, I don't know, have we already been on our investigation? I'd have to look at the calendar, but
That's next weekend.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that, yeah. So we had a great time.
Yeah.
And all that footage is coming to Patreon too. We're going to put all our stuff from there on Patreon. So go join the Patreon, patreon.com/2SOP. It is going to be a top tier thing though. So jump on that top tier, get after it.
You're not going to want to miss Golden Jay shitting his pants.
Listen, I got nothing. It'll be fun. Looking forward to hanging out with Brian and getting down there. So too cool. All right. Did we all answer the question?
Yep, we did.
You're going to be Pizza King, huh? You would just take free pizzas all the time. You get tired of free pizza all the time.
She didn't say all the time. She just
like
said,
one time?
No.
You just have free food from there forever, and
Whenever I wanted it.
Oh.
Didn't have to be every day or every week.
But it would be.
But when I wanted a royal feast, I could go get it and not pay for it.
You got to ring the king, baby.
That's right.
Pizza King. Come be a sponsor of United States Paranormal. You know you want to.
Pizza King.
Pizza King. Ring the king. All right, guys. You ready to get into this today?
Yeah.
All righty. Here we go. The reason I am doing the story that I'm doing today is because we got an email. And this email is from Trevor. Trevor says, good morning. Apparently he emailed me at 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right.
I never actually written into any podcast I've listened to before, but I look forward to drink. It's a typo. I look forward to drive to work on Wednesdays and the last Saturday of the month to get to listen to TUSOP. I started listening about a year and a half ago when it was still Team Boozers and Team Tejas co-hosting the podcast. I have been listening ever since. I love listening to y'all's banter before getting into the story. and every story has me hooked, wanting more. Anyways, I was scrolling through Facebook in bed before I got up, even though my alarm went off 30 minutes ago, and I came across a cryptid called the Squonk. Ooh. It sounded like something y'all would enjoy having an episode on. I put pictures at the bottom of this email so you can see the photos as well. Thank you so much for entertaining us listeners. You have caused so many morning drives through traffic to be a lot better. Says thank you, Trevor.
Nice.
Trevor, for you, I did a little research on the Squonk. Squonk. Now, I have heard of the Squonk before. As a matter of fact, we used to tease Bose about if any of us were what cryptids would be, he would be the Squonk. That was the big thing with that. So, with that being said, are you guys ready to hear a little bit about the Squonk?
Yes.
All right. I have notes, but they're a little kerfuffled. So bear with me.
Sounds about right.
Kerfuffled.
Yeah, they're kerfuffled. The Squonk is a mythical creature that lives in the hemlock forest of northern Pennsylvania in the United States. Squonks are unusually looking beasts with saggy skin, warts, moles, and webbed feet. And they constantly cry because they look so hideous.
Aww.
Oh, did you laugh at the Squonk?
No, I laughed because you guys said that he looks like it.
Squonks are folklore mythical creatures that are reported to live in the hemlock forest of Pennsylvania, which is actually really close to the Pocono Mountains. Squonks are shy, warty creatures that cry constantly. Legends say you can find them by following their trail of tears.
Aww.
The first reports of the Squonk appeared in the early 1900s, and since then have become Pennsylvanians' cultural icon. They have been celebrated in books, songs, video games, and more. How do you feel about that?
Sounds like a frog. A big frog. Squonk.
Squonk. Yeah, is this something you just want to say late at night when nobody's saying anything? Squonk, 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 squonk.
It kind of does sound like a frog.
It does. So, of course, like I said, it has saggy skin, warts, moles, and webbed feet. They say that the Squonk is a very unhappy creature with a low mental ability that always weeps over their ugly appearance. So, I mean, if you look like this creature and you saw yourself in the mirror, you'd probably cry too, because it's just droopy, you know. Actually, it reminds me, what is the dog that was really wrinkly like that?
Like a bloodhound?
Was it a bloodhound that has just a full wrinkles all over their body? Just rolls?
A bulldog?
No, not a bulldog. I don't know.
Shar-Pei?
Nah, I think that's it. I think it's a Shar-Pei. I could be wrong. So the web feet between its toes is only on its left foot, which causes it to swim in circles.
Oh,
poor guy.
My gosh.
Right? They've dug up fossil bones dredged from the lake's bottom to reveal thousands of Squonks died of starvation because they couldn't get back to shore.
Because they kept going in circles.
Kept going around in circles.
Just keep your toes closed. And
I know, right? The Squonk is a kind of pig with warts, cauliflower ears covered in wax and hair, and yellow crooked tusks.
why is it gotta be a pig?
It's a pig frog. Maybe it's a pig that's been in the water for so long that its skin got all... Because it can't get out of the water?
Could be.
Oh, my.
Well, my pigs don't have
This is just a sad story.
It is. The Squonk is a very sad cryptid. Period. And it only travels at twilight or dusk. On clear moonlight nights, the squonk moves slowly or lies still in his den to avoid catching a glimpse of its ugly appearance in illuminated bodies of water. It's said that you can sometimes hear one weeping softly to itself through the night.
Oh.
You just want to adopt one now, don't you?
Oh, sad.
Some people believe that the squonk reproduces through binary fission, meaning its body splits into two new bodies.
Wow.
All right, you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
This is really the horrifying part of the squonk.
Oh.
Many people have been able, or I'm sorry, not many people have been able to catch the mythical squonk. One hunter named J.P. Wentling was reported to have mimicked the weeping of the squonk, and captured it in a bag. When he carried it home, the bag grew light, and when he looked inside, all that was left was a pool of tears and bubbles.
Oh.
Buttholes?
Bubbles.
Oh,
Yeah, the squonk has more than one butthole.
well, maybe. You never know.
Well, if it splits in half, then.
That's what I was going to say. I thought there was going to be like 5 in the bag.
Yep. Apparently, the squonk will dissolve into a pool of water when it is caught. That's his way of dealing with that. So, you can follow the squonk's trail of tears on a clear night in the hemlock forest. As if you're an aspiring cryptid hunter, legend says that you follow the squonk's tear-stained trail to its hemlock home. Since squonks dissolve when surprised or frightened, you may want to only attempt to capture the creature on film. You hear me, people? Don't try to grab them. They'll just turn to goop. Goop.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine you're holding the squonk and it just goes to goop? Just think about that a minute. It's like, ugh. It's like, fuck. Do you think it smells?
Probably.
Huh. You can also listen to its low tone weeping under the burrows of the dark hemlock trees. Since some sources also say the hunters might be even more successful on cold nights when the tears are shed slowly and squonks don't like moving around. Oh my God. How do you feel about the squonk?
No, I don't know. I want to love it.
I mean, come on.
I
John's,
might want it painted in my bathroom. Oh.
I should have requisitioned that last week when the painting was being done. I'm sure I could get her to come paint you a squonk down in the corner.
Not the second picture, but the first one. He was cute in the first one.
Johnsonville, Pennsylvania has Squonkapalooza. It is an all-ages festival that celebrates its home-stated cryptid, the squonk, along with other creatures of the Appalachian folklore and cryptozoology. The festival's mission is to turn frowns upside down. Spreading love of the squonk might clear them up.
Just not the squonk.
Yeah. There's also performing artist groups from Pennsylvania called Squonk Opera.
Or they just wail and cry.
Squonk, squonk, squonk.
That's where they fucking got that from. That's Charlie Brown. That's exactly where that comes from. Did you know that squonks have appeared in songs?
No.
Artists and musicians from Pennsylvania have embraced the legend of the squonk. Any Major Dude Will Tell You by Steely Dan contains the line, have you seen a squonk's tears? Well, look at mine. And Genesis did an entire song called Squonk. I did not know that. I'm going to have to go see if I can find that. It also appears in the video game Final Fantasy, what is that? 4. and in a cryptozoology-themed collectible card called MetaZoo, which I think we have some MetaZoo stuff around here. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to find them, but they are trading cards like baseball and football cards. They're pretty cool. The Squonk.
Squonk.
And it's so hard to say that fucking word over and over and over again. I know you guys love it. The Squonk also appeared in the Paul Bunyan and the Giant Blue Ox story from 1964, a book by Wallace Wadesworth. Where did I get all these fucking words, man?
Words are hard.
One of the logger hears wailing in the woods, mimics the cry, and catches a squonk in a bag. So that would be the story I told actually earlier. In this account, the Squonk is described as having red eyes, a long, comical nose, and ill-fitting warded skin. Let's see. The Squonk is one of the most obscure and exclusive creatures in the world of mythical beings. It is said to inhabit the hemlock forest, and it hides from sight and weeps constantly. So, basically, it does not want to be seen because it sees itself as so fucking ugly that it just doesn't want to be seen. So they say it's there. They say it's been caught. They say it's turned them into a puddle. But
the Squonk has never met me or the rocker chick. I would go out there and be like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Exactly. Just like, stop crying. You're adorable.
Let me put some gloves on and I'll hold you.
Wait. You can't put gloves on. You just have to hold him.
Well, you don't
You
want
gotta
him to
show.
turn to mush.
You gotta show your love.
Maybe
Just show
because
the love.
they're touched with human skin, they turn to mush. If I'm wearing gloves, it'll be better. And then he will know that we love him. And he's adorable. And he doesn't have to cry anymore. Then he can tell all the other squonks that they are beautiful in their own way.
So what you're saying is that you could have a whole back pasture full of squonks because they'd all come live with you because you love them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd have to put up my 2 loud-ass pigs, but yeah. And 2 ponies in that pasture.
They might get scared of the ponies.
Well, they're little mean dicks.
Your ponies are mean dicks.
2 of my pigs, yeah.
The poor pigs.
I know.
So there you go, guys. That is the story of the Squonk. It's an American folklore mythical tale.
It's like I told you, my MSN always comes up with all these haunting things. That's where I get most of my ideas from. But I've had a lot of cryptid stuff come up, like every state has a zillion cryptids if you really look it up. But it's crazy. I mean, how these start here, in 1948 this was seen, and now, there's stories and stories, years gone by. But it's just so crazy. And how the towns around the area embrace it. Yeah, and that brings them, it's
absolutely.
If it's made up, it's very cool that, I have a monument of a squonk sitting in my town because that's my cryptid, and people come to that town just to see that.
Yeah.
So
I love how these folklore tales evolve. We've done several over the years. The rock slide monster was one that if you really got in depth into it, is like, where did this cryptid come from? Was it a made up story to, what was it? A lot of the death that happened while they were building the railroads and stuff, and they blamed the rock slide boulder for that. And the in general, that creature is huge, and there's no way you should ever miss it, or and never get in its way. With this one, with the Squonk, it's like, it's like snipe hunting. You go out looking for snipe that don't exist, and you're hunting for this Squonk, and the only way that you can come back and say that, I didn't find one, because they just hide so fucking well, and they don't want to be seen. So the stories evolve so much, and things get added to it, and they're amazing. They're so much fun, and you know, the Squonk is just another one that is like, you want to fucking see him so bad. You want to go out and find him and see him in person, but you know that he'll just dissolve. And so make sure you take your cameras, people, when you go out Squonk hunting, because you're not going to bring him back to show him off. Although it sounds like to me, like if you go back behind J-Dub's house, there's going to be a whole shit ton of them.
Yeah.
I'll start a Squonk petting zoo. Just watch out for my mean ponies.
Bring your own gloves.
Yeah, we're not repurposing gloves.
No, once are you going to use latex? I mean, is that going to be the thing with disposable gloves?
Yeah, probably the nitrile.
Yeah, there you go. J-Dub knows her disposable nitro gloves. She has a whole skin of them somewhere. I know. I've seen them.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. I know it's kind of a short story tonight, but
It's good.
It was
I hope you enjoyed
interesting.
it.
I really did enjoy it.
Good. And Trevor, thank you for the idea. I hope you're still enjoying the show. I did email you back. I didn't hear anything back, but that's all good. But I did get your email, and here's your story.
Here's your story.
Here's your
of the
story.
Squonk.
Squonk, 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 squonk. I'm going to fucking write a song called The Squonk.
You can. It's already been done.
Oh, true. All right, guys. Let's close it down a little early.
All right.
Studio's a little warm. We can't have the air on because it makes too much noise. So this works out really well. Yeah, a shorter story tonight. We are going through some major heat here in the state of Indiana. So
Yeah, my butt is sweating.
you see that swamp ass, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid to even go in that direction. I'm going to have to break out the Febreze.
Oh my god.
I may or may not have farted.
There we go again. I accidentally walked into a J-Dub part a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I told you that I had to fart and don't come over here. And what do you do? You walk right over there.
Didn't think it would be that bad, but it turned my ass around.
After I told you, oh, it's bad, don't come over here, you fucker walked right over there.
I did, because I didn't think it'd be that bad, but I was wrong, 100% wrong. So, hey guys, go check out the Patreon, patreon.com/2sop. Join up. We would so much appreciate it, even if you don't jump on the top tier, just to show love and support for the podcast. Also, you can show love and support by going to the United States of Paranormal.com, checking out the merch store. We got some great fucking merch in there. Hopefully, the Clowntober stuff will be coming. And if you were paying attention to the other side, the last other side episode, we are going to reopen Dolltober merch and Vamtober merch for the month of October. So get set. If you missed it and you still wanted some of that great merchandise with the voodoo doll and the pumpkins and all that stuff from Dolltober, we'll have all that up. And of course, that amazing piece that we got done for Bamtober.
Yeah.
We're going to have that back up just for the month of October as we get into Clowntober. Ooh. Yeesh. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. Keep it spooky. I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com, where you can find our Spotlight of the Month, Fan of the Month, and all of our amazing merchandise. Or you can find us on social media at Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795. And don't forget, we are now on Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/2sop.
Please check out the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, Golden 80s, The Gridiron Kings, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze, all of which can be found at goldenmojoent.com or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts.
And If you have a location or a story that you would like for us to check into, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen. Thank you for all of your support. Bye.